There's a little feature in all WordPress sites that is very handy that many people don't know or don't know how to use, but it's a real time saver. And let me show you what this feature is all about. It's called Quick Edit. Let's just take an example over here. Look at this word over here. It says contact. And it's a contact page, and you can see the title of the page is contact. Let's go over here and go over to our pages, all pages. And rather than click on over here, contact, and start editing, I could just go right over here, quick edit, and make some changes. And the thing I want to change is just the title of the post. Let's just call it Contact Me, just so I can show you. And for the slug is part of a URL of any WordPress page. So I'm just going to put in Contact Me at Home, just for the heck of it, and just leave that alone. So we're just going to change the title and the slug for our page, and we're going to do update. And now when we go over to, we can see, oh, it turned to Contact Me, and it is Contact Me. And also, if I look at my URL over here, I now have the URL just the way I set it. WordPress will automatically insert the dashes between the words because you can't have any spaces between words in a URL. Well, let's go back here, and I'm going to refresh the page. And now we see the Contact Me. Okay, and I don't want to do that anymore, so I'm just going to take that out because it was just for playing around. So I can do that. And I'm going to just take this out over here. That's fine. We'll leave it at contact. You might say, well, why would you ever change the URL or the slug of a page? And that's because the words that you use in the URL are important in terms of helping your page rank in search engines. Other options you have here to choose from is to change the publishing date. Well, I'm going to leave it just like this, but if I wanted to change it for any reason, I could change it just by doing stuff like that. And if I wanted to make the page password protected so that only people with a password could access that content, here's where I could do it right over here. Now, these two options over here, parent and order, I would just not touch these. Okay, this is sort of a way that WordPress used to help people organize their content for their menu. So right now, we just don't want to even use that. And I suspect one day these are going to just go away altogether since no one uses it. Allow for comments. I don't want people to comment on it, so I'm not going to click on it. Now, here's something that's really valuable, the status. So I can change it back to draft. So right now it's published, but if I want to take this offline, return it to draft status, I could do it that way. And since I did make some changes, I'm just going to update. Another thing that's really handy is that aside from doing quick edit, I can go right over here next to title, select all of my pages, and then under bulk actions, I can click edit and apply. Don't forget to click apply. That's what I always forget to do. And then I can say, oh, I want to change the author for all of my pages. So, well, I'm the only author around on this site, so I can't change anything. I wouldn't do anything with parent. Allow for comments, no. And again, this is really handy if you want to change everything back to draft status. Now, you might say like, well, I don't want to do this to all of these pages. Can I just do it to some? Yes, you can do that just by eliminating the pages that you don't want your operations to apply to. And you can see I just got rid of it except for these three over here. And then, of course, you have to click update and you're all done. But I'm not going to make any changes, so I'm just going to click cancel. Now, to show you something that's a little more complicated, but it's really the same thing, that is the quick edit and bulk actions features, I go to my Joy of WP site, and here's a post, the most recent post as of now, and I just click on quick, and you see, well, there's a lot more changes. Well, for one thing, this is a post, so you're going to have things like right over here, categories, okay? You don't have categories for pages, so that's why we didn't see that before. But let's look at right over here where it says title and slug. So I can change those. Again, I can change the date. I can change the author, what we saw before. But I also have some more options here. And the reason why I have more options is I have an SEO plugin. And it allows me to change other things like the meta description or the SEO title, things like that. I can change right over here. And then skipping over here on the right-hand side, I have other things I can do, like add a tag, which I don't want to do, and just more options over here. But I don't want to do anything, so I'm going to cancel. And like we just saw with the other site, we can do bulk actions. So click on over here, and you can see, whoa, there's a whole lot more. Yes, but there's still just the edit and move to trash. Those are sort of the default. You'll always see these three over here. Bulk actions, edit, and move to trash. These other ones here, well, they came about because I installed an SEO plugin that gave me these other options. And you may find other options too, depending on how your site is set up and what plugins you're using. Anyway, what I want to do is edit. Again, don't forget to click apply. And now I can apply a category. I can just change the category for all of these posts just by clicking on this. Well, I don't really want to do that, so I'm going to unselect that. And I have the same or very similar options as you saw already. No need to take you through all these again. But I do want to remind you that you don't necessarily want to apply all this to all of your selected posts. So in this case, you just click out of the ones that you don't want to select. I'm just arbitrarily picking a few and say, okay, now I want to, let's say, change the status. And I can just click something over here and change the status. And with that, you can see that by using the quick edit feature and also the bulk actions feature in your WordPress admin, you can save yourself a lot of time when you manage your pages and your posts and other content types.